3 signs that you are completely over the narcissist in your life. I'm Jared Mello, and this is another episode of Mello Mentoring. I normally make videos about supplements, mental health, psychology, and relationships, also current events, so if any of those things interest you, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. But quickly, into the video here. Oh, and one more thing. The book Radical Self-Respect, the audiobook I put on hold because of all this nonsense, but I'm going to push forward with the ebook anyway, and so that will be out soon. And that's all I can say. But on to today's video. 3 signs that you are over a narcissist. Now, the first sign is you no longer believe that going back to the narcissist will heal the trauma bond. We all know that narcissists go through the 3 stages with us: the love bombing, the devaluing, and the discard, and they usually do the discard very abruptly so that it creates a deep wound. Oftentimes, the person who has been discarded thinks the narcissist is their soulmate, the one, the person they're supposed to be with forever. And when they get dropped like that in the discard, it creates a huge wound, a hole that narcissist has intentionally planted in you to try to fill later. And if you actually talk to the narcissist before you're truly healed, and it might actually work. They might actually temporarily fix that hole in you. But don't get it twisted. That's our fault. That means we're still stuck in the trauma bond, and that's not a good scenario to be in. So sign 1, we no longer believe the narcissist can heal us. We don't believe that going back to the narcissist will be the best thing for us. Secondly, what else do we believe? We no longer, once we've gotten through the trauma bond, we're no longer going to think emotionally about the narcissist and what they've done to us. We know we are completely over something when we can think about it and we no longer get an emotional reaction to it. So how this works is the body goes through a process of healing and going through events. And when we are fully recovered from an event, we will no longer get an emotional reaction to it. But this goes the other way too. If we do get an emotional reaction to any event we think about, it means we have not processed that event properly yet. It has not properly been processed through our systems. And that's something to think about. Number 3. The third sign we know that we're over the narcissist is that we can no longer take them seriously. We just see them as like little children, and that's exactly what they are. Their maturity level is that of a 6, 7, or 8-year-old, and we can't be fazed by them anymore because they may find a way to try to get back to us. They may find a way to try to love bomb us again, to bring us back into the cycle again, but we kind of shake our heads at them as if they're just like a disobedient child, and they can't touch us anymore. And that's a beautiful place to be. And let's not get it twisted here. Like, it doesn't mean that we're holier than thou or anything. It's just that we've healed and we see through the BS. We see through what they are, and they can't hurt us like that again. Because there are some scenarios where we can't go completely no contact with the narc, right? Because maybe we co-parent with them, or maybe they're a family member and we have to see them. We can't go completely no contact, even though we would like to. And when we see them through that light, and we see that we just can't take them seriously anymore. But again, for most of us, if our narc was a romantic relationship, we should be going through the process of no contact. That's the only way to truly heal, to get to the first step, the first sign, which is they can no longer heal the trauma bond. And then step 2, sign that we don't get an emotional reaction when we think about what they did to us. And then finally 3, like I just said, we just see them, we can't take them seriously anymore. We see through the nonsense, we've healed, and they can no longer hurt us. Great ways to be. And then a bonus thing here I'd like to get into, it's about forgiveness. I think a lot of people have the misconception that to forgive means that we have to let someone back into our lives. And that is completely not true. We forgive for our sakes, not somebody else's. We forgive because we don't want to carry that negative energy around with us of a resentment. When we carry around resentments, that only serves to weigh us down. So we forgive, so we get all of that weight off of our chests. It's the best way to go. And again, we forgive, and in the case of a narcissist, very rarely should we let the narcissist truly back into our lives again. But sometimes, with people who are not narcissists, we may want to let someone back into our lives if they've changed the behaviors in question. Big if. And I always recommend being conservative on who we let back into our lives because most people do not change. But I think the way to look at the narcissist is to forgive them, to not hold on to any resentments, to not weigh ourselves down with the burden of all that negative energy we might be thinking about them, and forgive, and know that what they've done to us isn't personal. It's only through their understanding of the world. They are unconscious. They don't see. Maybe they see, maybe they don't see. It doesn't really matter, but they're only acting from their own level of understanding. And that's it. They're like little children, and it's not personal about us. The supplies are all interchangeable, so it doesn't matter. So it's not personal. They're only acting from their own level of understanding, and this should help us to forgive. And again, that does not mean we should always let them back into our lives. And with a narcissist, it means very rarely, if ever, should we let a narcissist back into our lives. But sometimes, like I said before, they're family members, or maybe even it's a co-parenting type situation. In those situations, we gotta act a little differently. Complete no contact might not be possible. So again, that's all I had in this video here. Please let me know below if you have any other signs that you think I missed. But to recap again, the first sign we're over the narcissist is they no longer can heal us. Our trauma bond will not be healed by them. That's the first sign. The second sign is we can no longer get an emotional reaction when we think about what they've done to us. We feel nothing. We have processed all of the emotions, we have processed all of the events, and they've gone through us, and we heal. And then finally, the third step is we just don't take them seriously anymore. We see them as little children. We don't let them affect us in any way if we still have to talk to them for some reason. And we just know that the narcissist is only acting from their level of understanding, and it's nothing personal. It's what they do to everyone. And those are the 3 steps. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know again below if you think I missed anything. And with that, have a great rest of your day.